Yes guys, and welcome from me, this is Championship Manager 0102, the Game On Challenge, part 92. Now this was the first opportunity I've had to do a video, and the most bizarre thing here is the date is the 11th of the 9th, 06. Part 91 was the 11th of the 9th, 05. So it's exactly a year on since the last update, and boy, we got some changes for you. We have got some breaking news, we've got a lot of things going on. So let's start with me. Aston Villa. Well, we have left Aston Villa, but we did not leave them in any bad circumstances at all. No, of course we didn't, because what we did is, as well as winning the Division 1 title, we also won the Premier League. Our job was done. We took, just cast your mind back, we took Villa after being dismissed as AC Milan manager, disgustingly, and could give a bit of a shout out here to Gary Johnson here. Gave us a tactic to work with, particularly in the First Division, and we utilised that here and there in the Premier League. Essentially, we did a 4-1-2-2-1, and you know, that was the end. I mean, that was always the job. I didn't expect it, to be honest with you. Now, truth be told, as I won the First Division title, I didn't really expect Matt at the time to leave Liverpool, so I didn't think my second season with Villa was going to be quite as straightforward. But nonetheless, you know, we did it well. We did it. Trying to think, and we lost this. I'm sure we did. Yeah, we lost the FA Cup final as well. But you know what? Who gives a flying fuck? We win the title, which for me, I think we did a really good job. You know, we didn't have the greatest side in the world. We had a little bit of money to work with. And the big question, of course, was where am I going to go now? Matt said, will you be here for the long haul? I went, no, I won't. And no, I haven't gone back to Germany. But there was a big question mark and sort of doubts as to where would I go? You know, where do I fancy my next challenge? There's a few options I'd like. I'd actually, believe it or not, I would like to go to Argentina. I would also like to go to Russia. They're the two objectives. It's very difficult to get the exact team. And I think to get to one of them, my reputation's got to be on a bigger scale than what it is at Villa. So I have moved to Ajax. Their manager retired. I want to say it was the Thursday, the day after the Champions League, or the Friday. They won the Champions League, so it's a ready-made setup. Yes, okay, it's a little bit of an easy sort of challenge, I guess. But the bottom line is, I actually really love the Dutch save on the ODB. It's one of the best saves. I'm not sure if anyone agrees with me on that. The Dutch save on the ODB is one of the best, in my opinion. I think the academy concept also is brilliant. And I've said this time and time again. So we're at Ajax for bring back a little bit of sexy football back to Ajax, although they have been winning a title here and there. That's a new formation we've adopted, something a little bit different. We've made our 7 signings as well. You may recognise the familiar Mexican right back, right attacking midfielder, right forward. Yeah, that's it. That can only be one fucking guy from the ODB. As we enter season 106, that is definitely Jesus Arellano. But yeah, we've bought our players here and there, and they had a good amount of money. Now, over to Matt. Cast your mind back that Matt sensationally left Liverpool with a game to go, and I'm just repeating old ground here, but he left Liverpool before he clinched the title, and he took over Barcelona. He failed at Barcelona to get him into the top 4, and within the early part of the season, he was sacked as manager of Barcelona. It is 2-2 on the sack race, and he has left Barcelona. In fact, without giving too many spoilers, let's just go to Barcelona, go to landmarks, and there you see he was dismissed on the 3rd of January early this year. Didn't take him long, did it, to get a new manager? Quite sensational, to be honest. Now, the bottom line is, right, and I'm not just saying this, for me, Matt being sacked was possibly warranted in the fact that he failed to make the top 4. He had a shocking start to the season. He was eliminated out of the UEFA Cup, so it was almost warranted. Probably not as bad as what it was when he was PSG back in the early part when he was sacked then. He probably deserved that as well. And with all due respect here, I know what you're all thinking here, I did not deserve the sack from Derby or AC Milan. But I think probably ultimately none of us deserved the sack. The game throws a lot of bollocks up to us in the last stages of this crazy ODB game. Season 106, it's crazy. Where has Matt gone? Where has Matt gone? Are you ready? Matt has returned to Leeds United, where it all began for Matt. Matt started as Leeds back in season 1, and he is back at Leeds United. Now let's just see now, remind ourselves where he finished last season. I can't quite remember. He finished 4th. Now, the first thing you're thinking of, yeah, he's made the Champions League, but he didn't. He didn't make the Champions League because with England being so shit in Europe, top 4 is not the case anymore in the coefficients. So it was only the UEFA Cup for Matt. It was a bit unlucky, really. I think there's no doubt about that. It was a bit harsh in respect of not to make him. In England, you see, are 4th in the coefficients. The more I look at this coefficients, the more I think it's just fucking ridiculous. It's bollocks because, Ajax won the Champions League. Surely Holland should be within that top 4, top 5, and not below France. I don't get it. I really do not get it. But I don't know. Who knows? Who knows how it works? So he's made his signings and he's done some good ones, to be fair. Mike Morgan, a familiar one. Ryan Giggs, regen. He's done some good ones. And to be honest with you, with me leaving Villa, it's funny the way this works out. With me leaving Villa, I fancy Matt to win that title. I think realistically, he has to win that title. I don't think he'll be at Leeds for the long haul. I don't think that for a minute. But he needs to win the title. There is no doubt about that. So, as I said, back where it all started for Matt, it would be, thinking about it, it would be insane if I was to have got the Liverpool, well, if I'd gone to Liverpool, because that's where it all started for me. I started at Liverpool, Matt started as Leeds. Where it all started back in season 1, here we are, season 106. I fancied going to Holland. I'd have actually fancied PSV more, if the truth be told. I'd have preferred PSV or maybe even Feyenoord. Let's have a look at. I did say to Matt that let's just have a look at the Feyenoord coach, 51. I did say I think PSV, their manager is 62, 63 in a week's time. So he's got to keep an eye on that. He has got to keep an eye on that. But the sack race 2-2. What can you say? What can you say? As I said, I would like to go to Russia. I would like to go to Russia, Argentina, because I'd like to put an end to Argentina in my world. I feel I've done that with Germany. I feel I've done it with Brazil. I feel I've done it with Portugal. I think Argentina is something I'd like to... they're not the greatest leagues in the world, those South Americans, by no means. I mean, I considered going back to Brazil, but I think Argentina, because I've not really done it on a longer process. So we will see. We will see. For Matt... I certainly think this is a stepping stone. I don't think it's it. I think, and I think Matt has even said this, Matt, I believe, will end up back in Germany. I feel that a couple of years here and there is going to be the challenge for me now. Until I get to Russia. Russia was a dodgy place for Matt. It was a shocking place for Matt when he went to Russia. Was it Elena he took over, and he failed in the title in the last game of the season. So none of us are yet to win the title in Russia, which is absolutely bizarre. I like Holland because there's no restrictions. They had a couple of aging players that I think I've actually segregated on the training regime. But it's all good fun. It's all good fun, and that's what makes this game so good. There's people out there that will say, "Oh, fucking hell, bit of a bore." But do you know what? Everything's a bit of a bore. You could say playing 106 seasons is a bit of a bore. I would like, as I said, I'd like to go to Russia. But do you know what? I've got to be honest with you, right? I'm going to check something really, really quickly now because I've not seen a Russian club job come for ages. They are active then, okay. I just wanted to make sure that they were active, you see. Yeah, they are. because, you know, like you sometimes lose, you know, in the future, as Mike Evangeli will concur, the longer into a game, sometimes things just fuck up and they become dead. For example, in Mike's game, he's got his Spanish league and his French league is obsolete now. That could well happen to us. I'd have thought it would have happened by now, but our World Club Cup is obsolete, but I don't give a fuck about that. But I've not seen any jobs in... I've not seen any jobs over here for a while. So it is a bit it's interesting, actually. I'm going to have a look at... I don't think there's no need to at the minute. Let's just have a look then at... Who's been kings? I mean, look, it's big variation, isn't it? Big variation indeed. Dynamo Moscow, familiar, of course. But it would be an interesting one. It really would. So that is it then, guys. Part 92 of the Game On Challenge. Well, what can you say? Leave your comments. Leave your feedback in the comments. Let me hear what you say. I know there's a few of you that are going to go boring. But you know what? We still go. We still rock and roll. Till next time, take it easy.